I was born in Los Angeles, California at LA County General Hospital, which is now USC Medical Center. I was raised by my mother until I was 3 years old, and she had no resources for a babysitter and she had to work. So my cousins, who I later adopted as my grandparents, moved me to Fontana, California, where I grew up. Every summer I would go back and visit my mother and then come back at the end of summer to continue school in Fontana. My mother visited me every weekend, and she didn't drive. She actually rode a bus from Los Angeles for 2.5 hours each way until I was old enough to get on the bus and ride that same bus line to Los Angeles to visit her. I grew up in Fontana. I was a very good athlete, but the only reason I was in school was because of sports. That's the only reason. And because I love sports so much, my grandparents insisted that I get good grades. Well, school was easy for me because I was motivated to play sports. And I knew that if I didn't get good grades, that I wouldn't play sports anymore. In order to get out of my circumstance, sports was my way. So because I was very good, I was recruited by several professional baseball teams. I was scouted. I chose to get my education, so I went to Chaffey for 2 years, Chaffey College, community college, and then transferred to Cal Poly Pomona, where I finished my college baseball career. I was drafted and signed by the Minnesota Twins in 1978. I had a slump at the same time, so I was released by the Minnesota Twins. They said I was too muscle-bound for the major leagues. That to me was a devastating setback. But I didn't quit because my coaches had taught me not to quit. And so I went back to school to become a teacher because I wanted to tell kids like me who the only reason they were in school was because of sports, that they had another option, another way out, which was education. So I taught middle school. I taught middle school for 13 years, and I implemented technology in my school district, and because of that, was allowed to train teachers, go to conferences, and show how technology could change the lives of young people. And as a result of that, I became the technology coordinator for my school district for the next 17 years. I met my wife during my career as a middle school teacher, and we were married and raised 3 children together. I'm grateful to say that I've enjoyed 30 years in education. I worked hard. I was a minority of a minority as an African-American male teacher in public education, also at the university level. But I must say that my 30 years in education allowed me to do some tremendous things, meet some great people, impact thousands of lives, and do what I do and love what I love, which is my wife, my family, my grandkids, and flying this airplane. Enjoy your career. You're about to embark on a fantastic career. And remember, teaching is a noble profession.